Hello everybody and welcome to the channel. My name is Plami, and in this episode of Reaction-RtK, I'm gonna be reacting to newest recently released album, The Nocturne. And yes, I know it's been like 2 months since they released the album, but I'm just that far behind in terms of album reactions, so I'm sorry it took so long to react to it. But anyway, if you're new to my channel and you haven't watched like some of my oldest videos, which are from last year around this time, I actually reacted to New West and every single title track of theirs, if I remember correctly, when I first started my channel. So this is gonna be an interesting kind of callback to me reacting to them. But I'm pretty sure this is my first time like reacting to an album of theirs and the B-sides and everything properly, because back then I was doing mainly requests for songs from people. Like I wasn't doing album reactions as I am doing now, so this is like, I guess you could say in a way, my first time reacting to an album by New West. So, and because I also reacted to them a long time ago at this point, I have kind of forgotten how their B-sides used to sound like, so I kind of don't know exactly what to expect with this album. But yeah, I think I'm gonna enjoy it decently, but we'll see. So the songs that I'm gonna be reacting to are going to be Moon Dance, Firework, Back to Me, Must, and Shooting Star. So yeah, that's gonna be quite a lot. So without further ado, let's just jump into it. Starting off with Moon Dance in 3, 2, 1. And yeah, I'm just gonna say right off the bat, if I don't really enjoy a song a lot, I'm only gonna be reacting to it once, because it's B-sides after all, it's not title tracks. And I don't really have the time to react to all 5 songs twice. It's a little bit too much for me. Okay, there's definitely something interesting going on in the instrumental, but it's not really featured enough for me to really be into it. Okay, yeah, it's a ballad song, but I'm actually kind of enjoying it more than usual. Like, I find it kind of catchy. There's something weird in this instrumental where it goes in a way that it makes you feel like it's gonna have a huge drop, but it doesn't actually. That's kind of interesting.
Baby, one two step 나와 한 발짝 두 걸음 같이 걸을래 yeah 주체할 수 없는
Yeah, I'm genuinely finding this song surprisingly catchy. Still, there's some offbeat part of the song which just sound weird. Like, this dancing in the moonlight part, it just sounds a little bit off. I wouldn't say it's necessarily in a bad way, it kind of makes the song a little bit more interesting. But it's just a thing about the song that maybe not everybody is gonna enjoy. So there's that.
Darling, what are you waiting for? Dancing in the
Okay, I really like this kind of false drop thing that they're doing with this song, but it is a little bit annoying that they don't actually let it drop. I think that would be cool. But then I don't think it was necessarily going to fit with the style of the song, so whatever. Yeah, this is gonna be one of those cases in which I'm not gonna be reacting to the song a second time, because I think I pretty much got it on the first listen already. And yeah, like, it's a ballad song. If you've seen my reactions, you know I'm not the biggest fan of ballads, but I actually enjoy this song surprisingly a lot. Yes, it's still a slow song, and it's probably not going to be a song that I would listen to in my spare time, but it was surprisingly catchy. It had decent amount of interesting things going for it, and it genuinely felt like a really good song. Like, it surprises me that I actually kind of liked it and recognize that it's a good song, and both happened, not just like me saying, oh, it's not my thing, but I still think it's a good song. No, it's genuinely a good song, and I even kind of enjoyed it. I don't know, that definitely surprised me, because at the end of the day, most of the songs would be good. I would recognize them that they're good, but I didn't expect for me to genuinely enjoy it this much. In a way, it was a little bit more enjoyable than the title track, and I reacted to the title track a while ago, so I don't exactly remember how I felt about it, but I think the gist of it was that, I don't know, it wasn't as catchy as I wished it was going to be. So I find this one maybe a little bit catchier than the title track. I don't know, but I can't say whether it's a better song or not, because it doesn't feel like a title track. B-sides go under a different, how to say, they try to cover different things, and you judge them on a different standard. So yeah, for a B-side, I would say it was a decent opener for the album, but I'm hoping for something more my taste, or that I could enjoy more, aka something a little bit more fast-paced and energetic. And if we don't get that, that's completely fine, but that would be something that I would prefer to have. So yeah, personally, I think I'm gonna give this one an 8.6 out of 10. I think it's a very enjoyable song, even for me. But there's definitely some things to be left to be desired. And it's my personal score, so I'm not gonna give it a 10 out of 10. Objectively, honestly, I could easily give it a 10 out of 10, because I don't think there's much wrong with the song. Maybe those offbeat parts and the false drops could be considered bad by some people, but I think it's pretty good overall. So I think objectively I'm gonna give it a 9.4 out of 10, which is still not a 10 out of 10, but it's a pretty good score, I would say. So yeah, decent opener. Let's move on to the next song of this video, that being Firework, and let's see how that one's going to be, or whether it's going to be an explosive kind of song. I really am hoping so, but it's probably not going to be, but still, let's check it out in 3, 2, 1. Man, Becco looks different with full head of hair. I honestly prefer him with less hair. Okay, similar to the last one, I'm actually finding this surprisingly catchy. God damn it, Baker is such a good vocalist. Okay, I'm genuinely liking this. Damn, I'm surprised. Okay, the way this is going, this might end up being one of the best albums of the year. Like, these songs are not at all my taste at all, but I'm kind of enjoying them a lot. I don't know. But sadly, there isn't much to talk about the songs as I'm listening to them for some reason. I don't know. Because of sounds like this, I feel like this has more American song influences. Because with this specific sound, I feel it could easily pass as an American song. Yeah, it's surprisingly catchy. I honestly kind of like this kind of American sound going for it. I don't know. It's kind of interesting. Because I've complained many times about American influence in K-pop and K-pop losing its unique thing by becoming more like American music and getting influenced more by it. But honestly, I kind of like it in this song because it still sounds like K-pop, but it still has that American twang to it. I don't know. Feels like a firework. Okay, so this was another pretty good song, I would say. I would say maybe it was a little bit better than Moondance, at least for me, because it was a little bit more energetic and it had more, yeah, it had more energy into it, so that definitely appealed to me more. But still, overall, it's not really my taste. It's not rough or hard-hitting or anthem-like, which is what I love the most. But it's still a solid song for what it is. And what it is, it's still decently appealing to me, so there's that, I guess. As I said, I kind of like the American influences in this one. It kind of works, I don't know, it still feels like a K-pop song just with those despite those influences, or because of those influences, I don't know. But I like it. I think that's what I want to say about this one ultimately, that I like it. I think personally I'm going to give this one an 8.7 out of 10, and I mean, I feel like it is a little bit better than Moondance, mainly because it's a little bit more energetic, but yeah, they're pretty much the same overall, but maybe because of that I'm just gonna give it a little bit higher of a score. And same honestly for the objective score, because I feel like just the energetic song is gonna appeal to more people. But that's just my opinion, and because of that it's gonna be a little bit higher at a 9.5 out of 10 compared to Moondance's 9.4. So yeah, another solid song. Let's move on to the next one, that being Back to Me, in 3, 2, 1. Let's see how this one is going to sound like. Disco? Does this sound like disco? It definitely sounds retro, but I can't exactly tell what it sounds like. Okay, I don't know how they're doing it, but all these songs sound surprisingly catchy. I love that. Like, the fact that I'm surprised by how catchy all these songs are definitely elevating this album for me. Because the vibes of the song in general don't really are anything that I would listen to personally, but the fact that I'm finding them catchy, I really love that. And yeah, I feel like the songs are getting better with each one. Like for this one, the retro sound could be either hit or miss. I can't really tell whether it's a hit or miss for me, this one, but I definitely feel like this song feels more sophisticated than the last two. And maybe honestly, I just don't remember how exactly I felt about the title track, but maybe from what I remember so far, it is definitely the worst song. I feel like this is kind of the case, a similar case to Day 6's album that I reacted to, where all the B-sides were surprisingly good and all of the B-sides were better than the title track. Damn, I don't know who is the lyricist of this group, but they're really nailing with the lyrics being super catchy. Come back to me. Okay, I think it's a hit for me, this one. I'm definitely starting to like the retro vibes. They're definitely elevating the song for me a little. Okay, we're definitely checking this one out a second time because that was amazing actually. I think out of the songs so far, this one has the highest probability of me listening to it in my own free time. Because like this was really good. It's still very far removed from my personal taste, but I love this. Holy hell. Okay, let's get into it one more time in 3, 2, 1. Yeah, I feel like this retro styled instrumental and sound are definitely adding to the personality of this song, definitely giving it an interesting personality and making it memorable. The catchiness of the lyrics, I love that. It's surprisingly catchy. But there's a specific part of the core, not of the instrumental, towards the end of the song and in some bits throughout the song that I really like. And I wish it was more featured in the song. I'm gonna point it out when we get to it. I'm back to me, I'm back to me. Can you hear that in the instrumental? I really like that. At the end of the song there's a little part without singing that you can clearly hear it, and I wish it was more prominent throughout the song because it sounds really cool. And it kind of just has an emotion to it that I really like. It really hits you emotionally. I love Ren's hair in that picture, with the braids.
새벽에 너를 깨워 널 깨워 널 깨워 너에 대한 모든 게 꿈이라고 생각해 조금 있어 너도 그랬으면 좋겠어 난 다시 back to me
I'm back to me.
I'm back to me I'm back to me 다른 먼 곳엔 널 그리워한 내가 있어 Back to me baby 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 Back to me baby baby Back to me baby 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 come back to me Baby come back to me
This part here, you can clearly hear the instrumental. I love this. I love the sound of this. Like, for a recent comparison to another song that was recently released that kind of gives me the same emotion or the same vibe with that kind of instrumental, it would be One Who's Losing You. Although for him it's more in the singing. Or 80s Inception, both have this kind of emotional parts in the instrumental that could be considered like vocals, because it feels like they used vocals and processed them and made them part of the instrumental. But I really like that because it just hits you emotionally. I don't know how otherwise to explain it, but I love that. I love that. So yeah, so far out of the three, I think this one is the most sophisticated one. So because of that, personally, I'm gonna give this one a solid 9 out of 10. I think this is an amazing song. Out of the three so far, this has the highest probability of me listening to it. It's still not my taste, but I think if this ends up being the best song out of the album, I'll probably listen to it. If there are even the other two are better, then I'm probably not gonna listen to it. Yeah, so far I'm actually surprised by how much I'm enjoying this, because yeah, like, it's not my taste at all. Maybe when I was reacting to newest back then, maybe I was more open to it, or actually I would say newest and B2B opened up my mind to K-pop ballads and ballad-like song, like in general just slower songs. So maybe my reactions right now are different compared to the reactions back then, but yeah, I'm actually enjoying this surprisingly much. I expected to at least maybe moderately like them, or at least be able to recognize that they're good, but maybe not personally enjoy them, but I'm genuinely enjoying them, I don't know. So yeah, I guess without further ado, oh wait, I forgot the objective score. So for this one, I'm honestly gonna give it a 10 out of 10, or at worst it's gonna be like a 9.6 maybe, I don't know. Honestly, I think I'm actually gonna give it a 9.6 out of 10. I'm sorry to disappoint you, but as much as I like how catchy these songs are, and surprisingly catchy in fact, there are weirdly some parts of the lyrics which sound weird. I don't know how to explain it, but they sound kind of offbeat and not exactly what I expected the song going into. I don't know how to explain it. They just, I don't know, they don't sound predictable. Is that a good explanation? Like, there's some parts of the song lyrics which sound really catchy, and there are some parts of it which kind of fall flat. I think that's the best way I can put it. I don't know. But is that fair for the objective score? You know what? I'm genuinely gonna give this one a 10 out of 10. Fuck whatever I was saying. I think it still is valid opinion and criticism towards the song. But honestly, it's an amazing song. I think most people are gonna enjoy it regardless of these little things that I point out. So yeah, I'm gonna give this one a 10 out of 10 for the vibe, for the fact that I enjoy it, and for the fact that it feels so sophisticated. So yeah, I guess without further ado, let's move on to the next song of this video, that being Must. In 3, 2, 1. Oh, what a surprise! Another ballad! I mean, I don't mind it, but I wish there was a little bit more variety in their music, at least in this album.
하늘이 까만 것처럼 당연했던 모든 게
Oh, and this is a genuine ballad.
특별한 의미란 걸 알아
Not even just a slow song, this is straight up a ballad.
보고 싶다 말이라도 해볼까요 내 작은 목소리가 들리나요
But I would lie if I said that I didn't kinda like it.
걸어봐요 아직은 모든 것이
Oh my god. New West are the kings of ballads.
혼자서 있는 세상이 처음이지만 그대가 나에게요
I guess it wasn't just a fluke or just for the camera when I liked them before, because I'm genuinely loving the shit out of this.
잘 지낼 수 있을 거예요 고마워요
If I hadn't already reacted to New West for a long time, I would honestly say that I would react to every single B-side of theirs. If you like and subscribe to this channel, and you should do that anyway, but yeah, I've already done that. If you check the videos and you find some song that I haven't reacted to from them that you want me to check out, make sure to comment it down below and I'm gonna be happy to check it out. But I've reacted to quite a lot of them, I would say. At least I think so.
계속 머뭇거리고 전하지 못한 내 마음은 계속 울고 있어요 사계절의 어느 날이든 밤이 찾아오면 이별이 믿기지조차 않아요 아직은 모든 것이 맘에 안 담기고
Yeah, there's something weird about their songs where some parts are so satisfying, sound so satisfying, but there are some part of the lyrics which just don't work at all, I would say. In terms of how they sound, not what they mean, because I focus on the sound first and foremost. Because after all, that's how I experience K-pop, just by sound first, and then maybe if I get into the lyrics. And based on sound, even this song is amazing, but it's just a weird thing with the lyrics. Some parts will hit really hard and hit me emotionally, but some parts will just fall flat on their face. Luckily, most of it does hit pretty well.
그대는 나에게 매일을 선물해주고 항상 멀리서도 안아줄 거죠 고마워요 사랑해요 당신에게 난 참 부족해
Jesus, I love Baker's voice.
알게 할게요
He has such a mature, manly face, but his voice is so angelic. I love that contrast. I keep forgetting how good of a vocalist he is. I gotta say, I love how the straight up ballad song is the one that's gonna get both personally and objectively a 10 out of 10 somehow. I don't know how. Like this, I'm gonna straight up say it. This is not a song that I'm gonna be listening to ever again after this. But honestly, it's an amazing song. I genuinely don't think there's anything wrong with this. I think for people who enjoy ballads, this is gonna be a godsend song. Like, it's amazing. It sounds so good. It managed to get through me, even. Like, there's... Obviously, I didn't enjoy it as much and I wasn't as blown away as I would be for, like, 80s' Inception, for example, because that is much more my kind of thing. But for what it is, I love it. And, again, there are some parts which even manage to hit me emotionally, and I love that. The vocals of this group are insane. Like, I don't know if I pointed that out before when I used to react to them before, but they're insanely talented vocalists. Holy hell. Damn. And yeah, I don't even know what to talk about the song itself. Like, the main thing about it is just how the emotion managed to get through me even. Because it's in Korean, I cannot really understand the lyrics, and I don't really pay attention to the lyrics. I just pay attention to the sound, because that's the most important thing to me. And even then, I still managed to get the emotion. I just, like, in 4 years, once I've graduated university and I've learned Korean, I can't wait for that to happen, so I can be able to experience all these K-pop songs in a different, better way, and be able to enjoy these amazing K-pop ballads to their full potential. Because as it stands, I love it, but imagine if it was in English and I could understand what exactly they were singing in the second that I was listening to it. I mean, you don't really have to imagine. You should check out my last video in which I reacted to One Who's Losing You, because it was a ballad and it was in English, and I freaking love the song, and it's definitely one of the best songs of the year. Yeah, this one is amazing, and as I said, personally and objectively, it's gonna get a 10 out of 10. So yeah, I don't really think there's anything else to say about this one, so let's move on to the last song of this video, that being Shooting Star. And let's see where we're gonna end this one, with an amazing song or a letdown. So far, seeing that every single song has been better than the last one, I'm really thinking that we're gonna end up with the best song, this being the best song. But yeah, there's only one way to know, so let's just get into it in 3, 2, 1. Okay, this sounds promising. I would genuinely gonna end with the best song. I think so. I'm so hyped. Okay, I think this is one of the best albums of the year, genuinely. Oh my god, this is so good! Okay, why wasn't this the title track? Okay, this genuinely feels like a title track, and from what I remember, this is better than the title track. Okay, that actually hits hard. Yeah, if you're wondering, we're definitely reacting to this one a second time. Man, I love this album so much. This album has some, if not the best progression in terms of the songs. Like, it's insane. Every single song was better than the last one. Every single song, I don't know, went exactly where it makes sense that it would go. Like, the emotion, the different emotion each song gives you fits so perfectly. Like, first it's a slow, sad song. Second is a little bit happier and energetic one. Back to Me is a retro one. Must is a slow ballad, and this is a fucking hype song. Well, not hype song, but super energetic, happy song. I love this kind of, like, the way it evolves with each song. I think the progression is amazing. It's perfect. Like, the emotional progression of each song is amazing. I love this. We are... Oh, never mind. I was gonna sing and they switched the lyrics. Okay, I told you, we're gonna be reacting to this one a second time. Let's just get into it again in 3, 2, 1. This was amazing. It's the perfect way to end this album if you ask me. This feels like the kind of like how to say it. I mean, this ties back into how I feel like the emotional progression of this album is perfect, but like this song feels like the kind of song you would see at the end of a musical movie. Like imagine something like Teen Beach Movie or Camp Rock from Disney Channel, and the song, happy songs that they sing at the end. I think the better comparison is definitely Teen Beach Movie. But like, I feel like the emotional progression fits, it just works so well, I love it. We are shooting stars.
손을 올려 구름보단 더 높게 뻗어 하늘 위로 떠지는 We are shooting stars We are shooting stars 하늘 위를 날아 We are shooting stars 우린 starry all night 끝이 없는 별길 우리만의 의미 따뜻한 온기가 되고 세상 모든 빛을
Okay, so I'm sorry I didn't really speak much in the second half of the song. I was just enjoying it and I didn't really have much to add to what I already said. But man, this album is amazing. I genuinely did not expect it to be this good. And I don't know, it's weird, like I don't necessarily think that these songs are blow your mind worthy, because I feel like I've heard better songs, but I don't know, they're just kind of really surprising me with how catchy they are. Because like, I feel like these kind of songs have all been done before, and I don't really think newest style is necessarily that unique or different, but there's something about the songs that just makes them so catchy, and that surprised me, honestly. And yeah, as I said, the emotional progression of this album is perfect. Like, first song, I feel like the first song might be the weakest one because it's also kind of the least memorable one, because for each other one I can say one thing at least. For like Firework, it was a little bit more fast-paced and interesting to me. Back to Me was the kind of retro song. Must was the ballad, while Shooting Star was the fast-paced, super energetic one. While Moon Dance, I don't know, it's kind of the most forgettable one of the bunch, but I still think it was a pretty good song. But like, these songs don't really scream masterpiece, is what I'm trying to go at. I hope you understand what I mean. I think these songs are amazing for what they are, but like, they're not blow your mind masterpieces, I would say, but they're still amazing, honestly. And for this one specifically, I would say it's the one that I'm gonna be maybe listening to the most, but honestly I don't know, because like, when I listen to these songs, I find them really catchy and I love listening to them. Like, I enjoy listening to them. But I don't really think that I would go out of my way to search for any of these songs to listen to. Like, they're not the kind of songs that demand for me to listen to them. But they're still super amazingly catchy, so there's a huge possibility of me listening to them, but honestly, I'm just not sure. But I would say this one is probably the closest one to my taste because it's the most fast-paced one with, I guess, decent amount of catchy rapping. Actually, I'm not sure whether there was a rapping or not, but yeah, it's just the most enjoyable one, the one that appeals most to my taste because, as I said, it's the most fast-paced one, the hardest hitting one, even though it's not really amazingly hard hitting, but the chorus just hits hard enough for me to really like it. It's kind of in the same ballpark as Astro's Knock, I would say, maybe a little bit lower, but it's kind of there. If I'm comparing it to a title track, but for a B-side, it's a straight up 12 out of 10, honestly. I'm blown away by how much I enjoy this album, honestly, and I love how each song was better than the last one, genuinely. Like, it wasn't just me trying to hype it up and just give it that kind of rating for the sake of it, but genuinely each song was just better than the last one, and I love that. I love when shit like this happens genuinely and not me faking it, because I haven't ever faked it, but I've tried to kind of push it at least in that direction. But this one is genuinely, I loved every single song better than the last one. I don't know. But yeah, this was an amazing album, and I would love to check out more newest songs that I haven't reacted to, because I have already reacted to quite a few of them, I would say. So, as I mentioned earlier, if you know a newest song that I haven't reacted to, and you have checked my videos to see whether I have reacted to it or not, comment it down below, and I will be happy to react to it maybe soon. And also, if you haven't subscribed to the channel, do so. That would definitely make me more likely to do another newest video, because otherwise I'm gonna be most likely sticking to my schedule of reacting to all the albums and comebacks and everything. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, leave a like and subscribe. Also, check out the link in the description to my Twitter if you don't follow me there, and to my Wattpad where I post my stories, because in addition to doing all these videos on my channel, I'm also a writer. And additionally, I also have a blog on which I review TV shows, movies, cartoons, video games, anime, anything like that you can think of. And additionally, I also will be doing K-pop related blog posts at the end of the year, specifically top 20 K-pop title tracks of 2020, top albums of 2020, and top K-pop B-sides of 2020. So if you're interested to check out those things, go over and follow the blog and subscribe to it, or whatever you're supposed to do to it. And at the end of the year, that's what I'm gonna be doing. And if you end up enjoying the blog, you end up enjoying my stories, or simply enjoy my videos, you can head over to Patreon or Subscribestar, where you can pledge support and help keep the channel running, help support me so I can keep doing all the things you enjoy seeing from me. And additionally, I just want to mention that all the money you decide to support me with are gonna go towards my transition fund, because if you're new to the channel or just haven't noticed at this point, I'm actually trans, but I am yet to start my transition. I'm hoping to do so in the next few months. So if you could help me out monetarily, that would be greatly appreciated. But if you don't want to do it, that's completely fine. You can still, I don't want to guilt you into helping me out. So you can still help me out in other ways, like liking this video, subscribing, and especially sharing this video with somebody who you think might enjoy it. And I think that's pretty much it for this video, so hopefully I'm gonna see you in the next one. Bye!